All right, can people put in the chat now? Hopefully, people can put this stuff in the chat now. We'll have to wait and see. Wait and see, because I don't remember where I was going. Do not remember where I was going. Should be able to. Let me see. Let's see if I can put something in there. Oh, I can't type on my phone. Okay, it is what it is. I guess we'll have to continue with this. Um, where was I at in the last video? Yeah, I don't. I guess you have to make your content not for kids so you can comment. I don't know, but what's going on, everybody? I was like I had a couple people in here. I'm like, no one's talking. There we go. See, your boy knows what he's doing. Kind of. It's been a minute since I've been back, so yeah, we are going to get dumpster tonight. So I guess let's talk about some stuff, man. Not just the pregame stuff. Kyrie Thomas, I believe he's been cleared to play. However, Dwayne Casey said that he is going to spend some time in the G League before coming back and playing in the starting lineup, or I shouldn't say starting lineup, but in the big boy roster. I'm completely fine with that because he's missed a huge chunk of time. So playing a couple games in the G League, that doesn't really hurt me or really bug me. But I do want to see what Kyrie Thomas can do. So at some point in the season, whenever Kyrie is fully healthy and has kind of got his wind and his legs underneath him, I want to see Dwayne Casey bring him back up so that way he can play point guard, he can play shooting guard, or whatever we need to do with him so that way we can see where he's at. Because, we almost cut him this offseason for Joe Johnson. I mean, he was very close to not being on this team. So before we do that, I want to give this guy an opportunity so that way we can see where he's at. But you don't want to rush a guy who hasn't played all year, who hasn't had a whole lot of experience in the NBA. You don't just want to throw him out there after coming off an injury. You kind of want to give him some time to heal up and kind of just get some confidence underneath him. So I don't have a problem with that. Um, Pistons let go of Reggie. I made a video talking about that the other day. Good for Reggie. Good for the Pistons. It's kind of a win-win move because we're not winning anything this year. You give Reggie a time and a chance to go out to a championship contending team, go to the playoffs, be a top team in the playoffs, and really make some noise and potentially win a championship. That's good for him. Um, I don't know. It's a crazy time, bro. It's a crazy time. What's going on, man? DB, man. What's going on, bro? What's going on, everybody in the chat? I see Joey's in the chat. E-Dog's in the chat. Man, there's so many people popping up here. I can't even really keep track. I have to get my live stream stuff back, man. I gotta get it all set up, man. I don't have anything plugged in or ready to go right now, but I don't want to drag the thing on all day because I am going out tonight. I probably won't catch a whole lot of the game. And I don't really know if I had time, if I would watch this game. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I am streaming on my phone. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know how many more games I'm going to watch this season and actually watch this game. At least for a few weeks, because in a few weeks it's going to be different than what we're seeing now. In a few weeks, you'll have Luke Kennard back. Dwayne Casey still says he's still a long ways away. I'm very curious to see how Seku's going to bounce back after this All-Star break, seeing if he's got some more wind and energy back in him. What else I was going to say? What else? But I mean, in a few weeks, this team's going to have a little bit more rhythm back in time. A lot more younger guys will be playing. You'll see more people get shut down. I don't expect Derrick Rose to finish this season out playing all these games. There'll probably be a minor injury where they'll be like, all right, he's going to be done for the year, or he'll be a game time decision for the last game and they won't play him or something like that. So you'll see a lot more of these younger guys get some more opportunities down the road, and that's probably when I'll start watching it a little bit more closely. Yeah, I never talked about that in a video, but Dwayne Casey is out of pocket for that one. Definitely out of pocket for that one. I know a lot of you guys are going to the Milwaukee Bucks game today. So I'm imagining it's in Detroit. Like I said, I don't remember if it was or not. Have fun. Have fun. That's all I can say, man. Have fun because it's not going to be a pretty game. If we are within 20 points at the end of this thing, I will be shocked. If we're closer than that, hey, I will be super duper 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 shocked. Not going to happen, though. Not going to happen. But yeah, I mean, if you're watching the Pistons at this point in time, man, I mean, just really watch it for Mihailuk, for Doctor Doom, for Luke Kennard whenever he comes back. I mean, a lot of people aren't talking about Bruce Brown, but I mean, he's been playing pretty well of late, and I think he's got a lot of potential. So I mean, maybe I'm the outside side guy looking in on that one, but I like what Bruce Brown can do, and I think he's just going to be a player that every year he's going to get better. And he might not take a huge leap over these next few years, but I mean, every year he'll consistently get better and better at shooting and scoring and playmaking and all this stuff. So I think is someone that people aren't talking about as much as they should. And I'm not saying he's ever going to be a superstar player or anything like that because he's not. But he's going to be a very quality guy coming off the bench, or if you want to be like I always compare him to Marcus Smart. So like he can come in and off the bench or start and kind of whatever those things. It'd be just like a very good utility player for this team. So I'm very curious to see where his career is going to go with the Pistons. Um, Man, there was something else I was going to talk about too, and I forgot. I don't remember. I don't know. I have no idea because it's been a minute since I've gone live. It is what it is. If I ever think about it again, I'll talk about it. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know who Derek Walton is, and I feel like I should because a couple of people have already told me about that. I don't know who he is. Is he a guard? He's got to be a guard. See, this is my initial reaction. I don't know who he is, but he needs to be a guard because we let go of a guard, right? Yeah, I don't know who he is. I'm sorry. Never heard of him. So he is a guard. Okay. Well, hopefully this dude can ball, man. Like I don't know much about him, but hopefully he can come in here and produce and win us a couple games. Yes, win us a couple of games. Yeah, yeah. I'm not a huge like follower of Michigan basketball until they get into March Madness. So like I've never really heard of this guy. My college basketball knowledge is very limited. This is really the first year like I've watched some games. To be honest with you guys, like I actually sat down and watched some college games before March Madness. I'm just not a huge college fan. 24. So I mean, he's a young guy. You know, not everyone blossoms away. Whatever. I don't know. March Madness is always fun to watch, no matter if there's players like Zion or whatever. I mean, Trey Burke was fun to watch, and you look how his NBA career turned out. So there's always that. Just because you ball in college does not mean you're gonna be a good NBA player, and just because you're bad in college doesn't mean you'll be a good player in the NBA, right? I just can't get into it, man. I just can't get into it. Like, I'm not a big college football fan either. Like, I'll watch if nothing else is on, but like, I'm not watching it like every week or watching a team like that. Like, I don't really have a college team. I just watch it to watch it whenever it's on. To be honest with you guys, so now NFL, NBA, that's totally different. I'll watch teams just to watch teams. Yeah, Christian Laettner is a good one for making that transition into the NBA from being a very, very good college player and not doing doo doo in the NBA. NBA is a different breed, man. That's a different animal. People don't understand that. Like, and people don't talk about it enough. They talk a lot about it in the NFL of players coming in from college to the NFL and the game's different. Like everyone runs a good 40. No one talks about that in the NBA, and it's true. The game from the college level to the pro level, whether you want to talk table tennis, beer pong, football, basketball, hockey, um, I don't know what else, esports, whatever. That leap from college to professional is just completely different, night and day different. There's a reason they call it amateur. Like amateur wrestling versus WWE. I'm just fine. No, I'm just fine. I'm just fine. And it's going to be a tough time to be a Detroit fan, though, to be honest with you guys. But Pistons are going to be in a rebuild mode. The Lions are the Lions. NFL added another playoff team to the mix for both conferences. Lions still aren't making the playoffs. Red Wings, they're still a ways away. Tigers, they're going to be the Tigers. Tough time to be a Detroit fan, just in general. Oh, thanks for bringing that up, Joey. I do play my well. I don't really play my team. I used to play my team. I do have a my team though, and for not spending any money on it, I think my team's pretty okay. Um, but now that I can live stream again, I was planning on doing this right before this copy strike thing happened. But I want to play 2K with you guys. Now I do have an Xbox. I do not have a PlayStation. I know a lot of you guys are one way or the other. Well, I do have a PlayStation. I just don't have 2K for PlayStation. I do have an Xbox One and a PS4. Hardly use the PS4 though. I only got it when Spider-Man came out, and then I got the God of War bundle with it, so I got both of those games. But point being, I'm going to be playing 2K on Xbox One. So if you guys have Xbox One, you're going to want to add me on there because we are going to be playing some 2K with some of you guys, man. Pretty soon. So pretty soon. So you're going to want to get that ready to go. Brandon Ingram isn't going to lead the Pelicans. I remember last year a lot of people said Brandon Ingram is poo poo. Lonzo Ball is doo doo. Why wouldn't the Lakers trade those guys away to get AD? And you're seeing it now. It's because young talent, man, people are too impatient, you know. And it's a win-win for both teams. With the Lakers getting LeBron, they're on a timetable. He's not going to play at this high level for much longer. It's impossible. So I mean, they got a guy who is the best player he's ever paired with in his prime. Dwayne Wade's really close, but they're balling out over there. Brandon Ingram has showed up. He is going to get a max deal. And the Pelicans now have a solid foundation with Lonzo, Ingram, and Zion. So people made fun of them. Didn't think they're going to do much. Jim was one of the few people out there who saw this one coming. But that just goes to show you that you have to be patient with these guys. That's why I don't like trading away young players because us Pistons fans, we should know from experience that if you give up on young talent too soon, you don't know what they're going to become. Now, it's not like all of them come on to be all stars, although Chris Middleton did. Spencer Dinwiddie was really close. Brandon Ingram was an all star. You can't give up on young talent too soon. People forget Ingram was like a second overall pick. I do believe he was top three. I know that. Uh, Lonzo number two, right? Yeah, I do play COD. I do play COD. I'm not really super duper good at it, but I do play it. Yeah, he's not even well, I shouldn't say he's not going to take offers, but I don't think the Pelicans are going to let him go. I think that the Pelicans are going to re-sign him and develop that young core, man. Drew is back, man. It feels good to be back. I'm a little bit rusty, man. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot how to do this. Just that little short time off, man. Forgot how to do this thing. But I don't know what time it is. I'm gonna wrap this thing up pretty quick because I do have to go. But I didn't have time to record a video today. I'm like, oh, what better way to celebrate being live again than going live again? I thought that makes perfectly good sense. So let's wrap this thing up. I see you guys are still putting in the chat. I'm gonna try to answer a couple more things, but let's get back to the Pistons versus the Bucks game for people who are watching this right before the game. Milwaukee is going to stop a mud hole in us and walk it dry. Only way the Pistons are have a chance tonight if the Milwaukee Bucks decide not to show up because it is the All Star first game after the All Star break. Break. I have. I'm. Yes, you're right. I am. No, they are going to stop a mud hole in this and walk it dry. Only, like I said, the only reason I think the Pistons will be in this game if the Bucks don't take it serious, um, and just kind of like glance over in the next game. I'm not sure who Milwaukee plays next, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think this game's going to be pretty ugly. So, with that being said, on Luke G's channel tonight for all the football fans out there, go over there, man. On Luke G's channel, his link and all the DSA members' links are in the description. They're going to be talking draft. I'm sure they'll be talking about this new rule for the NFL of adding another playoff team and Darius Slay trade rumors and a whole bunch of crazy stuff that's going on with the Lions. It's like I said, it's a crazy time to be a Detroit fan, just in general. So, but be sure to check the Instagram links, the DSA links, Twitter links, all that good stuff. And then after this video is over, go ahead and drop your pregame predictions in there. I don't think the Milwaukee Bucks will score under 125. If they don't score 120 points, I will be generally surprised. So, that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow talking some more. I don't know if I'm gonna do a recap. I'm not sure what I got planned for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I might go live and stream some 2K. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out down the road. But Above the Rim will be here Saturday, playing on 1 p.m. So come back for that. But without further ado, you guys have a good night. Be safe. Take care. Adios and peace.